Hello, fellow truckers, and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. We are here in, I think, Belgium right now, getting ready to pick up a load heading out to Germany. Not a crazy load, but, you know, better than nothing. Let's hop into our backwards view so we can get hooked up to this trailer, and we'll get on our way. We are in the Volvo FH Classic, trying to, you know, start earning enough money to be able to get to the point where we can upgrade our truck into the Globetrotter version, which is generally what I like to drive in this game, but, you know, right now we have what we have. This is what we're going to look like going down the road. Big pallet of... I don't even remember what the load was. I'm not sure what these are. Well, I guess we can always head into the menu. Aluminum ingots, going from Cologne, Germany to Frankfurt. So that's what we're doing today. Let's go ahead and get on the road. We have 231 kilometers to get done. And I will do my best to make those kilometers as entertaining as I possibly can. I have, again, decided to kind of waffle back and forth on the whole head tracking setup that I'm trying to work on. The head tracking when I'm doing this is so unintuitive that it's just, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to mess with it. Because you're not looking as far as you actually would be if you were actually doing it while you were in the vehicle, and, you know, I really wish I could get this mic to sit where I want it to sit. It insists on popping up higher. I can't put it right at the... I can't get it to go right at the angle that I want it at from where I'm sitting, and it's kind of annoying. But anyways, the in-game camera system, where it will move the camera based on where you're steering, and then the blinker camera and all that stuff, frankly, is really good. And yeah, it's not the most natural thing in the world, but you know, it's honestly about the same as what I would get with the head tracking as far as the awkwardness of it. And you know, I have the ability to be able to look away from the microphone if I need to cough or move my body. So, I don't know. I think the more I do this, the... Wrong way violation? What? What do you mean wrong way violation? Isn't this where the GPS told me to go? Oh. Was this a two-lane road the whole time? And I'm just... Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought this was a one-way on-ramp that I was getting on. Okay. Well, that's, you know, Europe, man. I'm an American. I know that's not necessarily an excuse, but I'm going to throw that around wherever I can. But anyways, as I was saying, you know, this is basically the view I'm always going to have when I'm using my head tracking anyways. I'm going to snap over to this to look at my mirrors, make sure I'm not going to hit anything, and then I'm going to snap back to the front. And then the steering camera, if you adjust it the way you want it, is pretty natural. As I'm turning, it adjusts my head. It adjusts the way I'm looking towards where the truck is going. So I feel like it's good enough, and most of the awkwardness is just remembering which button to press, when to press it, getting the timing right. And really, the only benefit that the head tracking provides is that if I'm turning one direction and I want to look another direction, I can just kind of fling my head over there and look and make sure I'm not going to be hit by anything. But I mean, I guess realistically, I can always just do like that when I'm in the middle of a turn or whatever, and it should accomplish about the same thing. So I don't know. It's kind of a hard decision to make, because I know the head tracking kind of looks more natural. It doesn't have the snapping motion that, say, you know, doing that does. But at the same time, well, let's get this retarder turned up a little bit so that hopefully it'll slow us down. I did upgrade my truck a little bit before the video. I did upgrade my... Okay, so that does turn your... That's annoying. So turning the retarder on does turn off your cruise control, as does turning on the engine brake. Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. Why would that turn off the cruise control? Because I was having a problem with that in the American Truck Simulator as well. That kind of makes both of those systems, you know, not quite as useful as they could be, because I only really want the retarder and the engine brake to work when I'm trying to slow down, and I want to be able to set the retarder so that it will automatically slow me down to the speed limit when we're going down a hill. So I don't understand why making adjustments to my engine brake and my retarder would turn off my cruise control. I think I may pause the video for a second and see if maybe that's a simulator setting that I can change, because that's really annoying and it should not work that way. I don't remember it working that way in the past. I remember being able to just turn on the retarder and it would just automatically activate when the cruise control was trying to slow me down. Let me get over one more so that we don't hit these guys. So yeah, I think I may pause for a second just to check that out, because I don't remember it working that way. So give me just a second, I'll be right back. Alright, well, I didn't see anything in the settings that pertain to that. I did turn off the automatic engine brake and retarder because if I have to manually do them anyways, yeah, that immediately turned off my cruise control as soon as I increased the retarder. And yeah, engine brake does the same thing. I don't like that. That doesn't make... I mean, it's fine when you're pressing the brakes and it turns it off, but the whole point of the engine brake and the retarder is that it's a speed control mechanism, not necessarily a slow you down mechanism. And both of those systems are intended to help you maintain speed, not necessarily, you know, not necessarily bring you to a stop. So I don't really like that. They're meant to save your brakes so that you're only really using your brakes when you're coming to a complete stop. Doesn't really make sense that it would turn off your cruise control when you do that. And I don't remember that being the case. I remember when I played this game, I don't know, a couple years ago, I was able to set the retarder to the level that I wanted it, and it would automatically, or I don't know, does it, if I set it and then turn the cruise control on, will it, let me set it and then turn the cruise control, yeah, I can't turn the cruise control on while the retarder is activated. So that's, that doesn't make any, oh, are there different transmissions that have a smarter system on them? Is that what's going on? Do I have a retarder but it's not automatic? Like it doesn't have the ability, I might have to look at the models as we the models of retarder as we level up. Maybe I'm remembering it because I had a more advanced transmission that had the capability of working with the cruise control. I don't know. I just remember I was able to just leave it on drive, and then when I was going down a hill, it would automatically engage until I got down to the speed that I was supposed to be at, and then, you know, I didn't have to mess with it. And I'm pretty sure that's how the retarder is supposed to work. It's supposed to automatically engage when you're, you know, going down a hill and keep you at your speed that you selected. It's kind of the whole point, I think, other than just providing you another means of braking, another means of slowing you down. I don't know. I don't see why either one of those systems would have any effect on the cruise control. Like, especially the engine brake. I don't know why the engine brake is turning it off. Those of you who know better than me, can you let me know in the comments if that's something that's just always the way it's been and I'm just remembering wrong, or I don't know. Are we just struggling to climb this hill? Because the cruise control is set at 80, and we're the thing is that I upgraded my engine to the 500 horsepower engine, and I upgraded my transmission to the 13 speed with the retarder. But it doesn't seem like that's having much of an effect on my ability to climb up these hills here. It's kind of frustrating. Anyways, down to 71 kilometers, and we're only 10 minutes into the video. Oh, okay. I was supposed to turn there, but I couldn't. That's the problem with the. I need to be more intuitive about making sure I quickly turn off that turn signal, because I missed my turn because I couldn't see my GPS and I wasn't sure which direction I was supposed to go. So yeah, it's the only thing about using the blinker camera is that if you don't want the blinker on, but you still want to have that view, you got to turn the blinker on anyway so that you can get that view instead of having to be all the way locked over to the right like that. But whatever. Doesn't seem like it's going to add too much time onto our trip, but frankly, the realistic thing is that we're only going to get one trip per video because trying to cram 2 in just causes me to drive like a jerk, and I don't want to drive like a jerk if I don't have to. So we'll get this. We'll get around this little clover thing. You know, not an ideal situation, but you know, it is what it is. Start using that transmission retarder function to slow us down a little bit instead of slamming on the brakes. So yeah, I have a feeling that maybe it was one of those things where I had a more advanced transmission in my trucks, and it was able to work with the cruise control to get the speed that you wanted instead of it just being a manual setting kind of thing. Because there was a checkbox in the settings for automatic retarder and automatic engine brake and all that, but I don't think that has anything to do with how it was because it was set to on and it was still turning off my cruise control. So I don't think that had anything to do with it. And I don't mind manually turning those things on myself. I mean, I need to get in the habit of actually pressing the buttons, manually controlling those kinds of things because it's more realistic. You don't have that. I don't think you have that function in real world trucks, right? You guys don't have automatic. I mean, I know you can set it to certain levels based off of how much engine braking you want, but I don't think it turns on and off by itself, right? Like maybe if you have your cruise control set, maybe newer trucks maybe do that, but I don't know that that's a real thing. I think that's more of a simulator kind of thing. We are getting pretty close to our drop-off at this point, so that's kind of nice. Not quite sure how much longer this particular video series will survive, because it's basically the same thing as my American Truck Simulator. It's just in a different location, and I have to imagine that the people who want to watch my channel aren't necessarily interested in watching 2 versions of the same thing. So I would imagine that the people who watch one video or the other are watching my channel, and then maybe they go over to the other one. I don't know how many. I'm already noticing that the Euro Truck Simulator doesn't get as much attention as my American Truck Simulator's videos do. You know, with the limited sample size that I have. I haven't been doing the videos very long. I will continue doing these for a little while, but you know, if the disparity continues between the 2 different videos, then it really doesn't make much sense to sit down and do another 20 to 30 minute video. I could probably find something else to play that would be maybe more interesting to people. What did I get? Oh, loan installment. Ugh, so expensive. All right, well, we need to get back up to speed. We're down to 14 kilometers now, so we should be seeing that delivery area coming up on the map pretty soon, so that's going to be nice. So Frankfurt am Main. I don't speak German, so I don't know the correct pronunciation for that. If I somehow butchered that, I apologize, but I don't speak German. I would think that we would be able to see. Hopefully the audio from the truck is not as loud as it was. I did go ahead and find that soundproofing mod that I had for my American Truck Simulator, so that the engine noise and all that stuff isn't quite so loud. I noticed that especially in this game when I didn't have that, and my Microsoft Flight Simulator, that the noise from the aircraft and all of that stuff is just really drowning out my voice. And there's something with the OBS software where even though I turn the volume down on things, if there's just a lot of saturation from the game itself, it affects the balance and makes my voice, it feels like it turns down the volume of my voice somehow. I'm not sure why. Really having to mess with the... Yeah, I really don't like that. I have to reset the cruise control every time. That feels like an unreasonable requirement. All right, well, but we need to turn it off now because we're here towards where our delivery is. Get ourselves off the freeway here. Start slowing down. Ooh. Oop, I didn't have enough braking to stop. I was trying to stop there to do the yield, but I didn't have enough braking left. I didn't have enough braking, and it kind of came up on me suddenly there, so not really the way that was supposed to work. But the brakes, I don't have the brakes on strong enough to accommodate having to stop that hard. Yeah, I gotta get used to using the in-game controls again, because it's not super intuitive for me, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Sorry, bud. I needed to get over here. Alright, so we're going straight around this way, going across the road. Or we're going under the freeway here, and then we're going to get off to the right. And then we should be pretty close to our delivery, so... Let's see here. I have to remember. So let me double check really quick to make sure that I actually do have my various looking around things assigned. Okay, so Z and X are my camera rotation activation thingies. I need to, just like my head tracking, I need to turn those off for when I'm inside these lots, because the head tracking or the turn steering and all that stuff just really starts to confuse me. I like having, once I'm in these precision driving modes, I like to have a fixed point of reference so that I don't start getting confused and the camera doesn't go where I don't expect it to go, and it gets all, you know, just kind of discombobulates me. So we'll stop here and wait for the light. There we go. So how much further? Man, they want us to go all the way up and around to the right. I would have thought that it would have been a little bit less annoying, but whatever. Gonna head up here to the right, go into this lot. I don't even remember. I don't know any European country, any European companies, so I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even be able to be like, oh, it's this, because I don't know any. The only times I've ever played this particular simulator was with the. And there's no right turn on red here. Went too far. Let me try to back up a little bit. Just far enough to see. All right. At least now I know when the red light's going to change. The last time I played, any of the other previous times, I don't really play with mods that much, but any of the other previous times that I played, I didn't change the company names. So even if I had a lot of experience with like company names here in this particular simulator, it would be the old style, like fake ones, not the real ones. But I did install a mod that does include the real names on most of the things around here, so hopefully those of you who have extensive experience in Europe or you live there will recognize the names as we pass them. But I won't, because I've never been outside of the United States except for maybe once or twice, and even then it was in the Western Hemisphere. Okay, so here we are, which is kind of funny because I served in the Marine Corps for 11 years and never left. I'm guessing they're going to let me in as I approach. We just have to get close enough. Nice, okay. So we got to get in here. We got to do a quick little backing maneuver, hopefully, and then we'll be ready to go. But we're not going to know until we get in here and turn, so... Let's pull forward. I want to try to make a decision before we get into this lot as to how I'm gonna. Whoa. What was? Okay. That was interesting. All right. Well, I can't really see where we're going, so I'm gonna go ahead and just turn in here and hope for the best. The map seems like it's okay. No, it is on the left side, so I guess we're going to one of these loading docks over here. Which one is it? Right there. Alright, so this shouldn't be that bad. So we'll get up over here, we'll pull up and kind of get a little bit straighter and a little bit more of an angle, but we are going to have to kind of cut this in, so let's get these camera aids turned off so that I can fix my attention on the trailer here. Steer the trailer, not the truck. Steer the trailer, not the truck. no, no. It was okay. It was kind of okay for a second there, but I overshot it just a little bit. But one pull up isn't that bad. Just try to make some slight adjustments to get it nice and level into the parking spot. And there we go. All right, so hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that you did and sends the video out to more viewers. More viewers can only come if you click that like button because it lets the YouTube algorithm know that you had fun and sends the video out to more people. That said, be sure to... Oh, we got more stuff to do. I think we'll just do like one at a time as we go. Let's save some gas here. We'll do that. That said, be sure to click that subscribe button so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your video feed and you'll be able to watch it as soon as it becomes available. Channel members do get early access to my videos, so if you have a hankering for these and you want to, get access to the videos before everybody else, be sure to click that join button. There are several other perks that you will get if you decide to become a channel member, so be sure to click that button. Check out what you'll get for your for supporting the channel, and kind of make your decision from there. So again, I hope you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to come back for the next one, and I'll see you then.